year after the UK left the European Union. I'd encourage everybody, please go to this website of ours. It's tfsouthernafrica.org. Play around with the tools and the resources that are there. And I'd just like to, before I move on to this next quick overview of the tools and stuff that are there, just mention we received a very nice compliment from a company down in KwaZulu-Natal. I believe they might be on the webinar again today, Scams Components, saying that these tools and the services that we're providing have been extraordinarily useful to them. So just using that as an example to encourage others to go onto our hub, and you can use the tools there free of charge, and the exporter trainings, TFSA School of Export is linked to that. It's all free of charge. You can self-register there and go through the training. My slides are sticking for some reason or other. My apologies. I don't know why it's sticking there now. There's always a tick hiccup. We came online and checked everything beforehand, and it all worked perfectly, but my apologies for that hiccup. We were just commenting about how often tech does happen to sometimes jam one up like that a little bit. Hopefully, there we go. So you can access this on the tradeforwardsouthernafrica.org website. There are 6 key elements that I just highlight quickly for you. There's a massive information, export guides and everything there. The first is particularly for a company to start thinking about it. There's an export readiness checker there. There's a tool there that we brought in from the International Trade Center to identify markets. You can use the tools to identify your trading prices, competitiveness in particular markets once you've identified a market. You can use the tools to identify buyers. And crucially, you can also, there are tools there that we've embedded from the International Trade Center, the EU My Access to Markets, and the UK Trade Help Desk to help you identify what the customs duties, taxes, rules, a specific product for your particular product. Now, just an example of the tools I up, an example using an example of an exporter from Botswana. I know there's a couple of manufacturers manufacturing automotive ignition wiring harness sets for vehicles. You can use the tools. It'll pull up for you for that product where the best export markets for those are. You'll see for this particular product, it's saying from Botswana, best export market is South Africa because of the automotive industry here. If you hover your cursor on it, it'll actually tell you what the untapped potential export value is that could still be utilized in exporting from Botswana, this specific product to South Africa. And at the bottom here, it'll tell you the key findings. It gives you a summary. You can change the country there to any one of the countries. You can change the product to any one of the products, and this will change what comes up here. You will be able to use that for your particular products. The link through to the TFSA School of Export. This is just a quick capture of the screens. You can go in, register, and create an account for yourself. It's very, very simple. And you'll see there, it then gives you the particular courses that are there at the moment. There's 7 at the moment. We're building another 22 during the course of this year. We've already piloted it with the group called Future Females, focused on supporting women exporters, and the feedback has been extraordinarily good. So I'm sorry, I'm taking a bit longer than I anticipated. Just to move on to the next element of this webinar, which is the key focus today, how you can become your own global retailer of your products on platforms like Amazon. And we're very, very pleased to have Amazon and honored to have Amazon coming onto this webinar today to break the ice for anybody who's thinking of reaching global markets through platforms like this. Thanks very much, Bernadette. Back to you.
Thank you, Rob, for a very comprehensive presentation. Thank you. we can see the importance for every company to develop an export strategy in order to expand your business. And also exporting and importing is going to boost the economy, and it's also going to create employment. And also we find that over the last 2 years, especially, businesses had to relook at their strategy, how their businesses are restructured. So many of businesses have had to look at alternative ways to do business, and they've had to look at what can make them more sustainable and actually to survive. And businesses have realized the importance of having a presence on the e-commerce platform. So today we've invited our guest speaker, Clive Charlton. He's the head of solution architecture, Middle East and Africa, tech lead for aerospace, Middle East and Africa. Because when anyone mentions Amazon, we know Amazon is one of the most influential and leading brands globally. So a little bit of the background on Clive. Clive leads a dynamic team of solutions architects, bringing the latest in disruptive, cutting-edge cloud computing technologies to bear on the difficult cost and agility problems facing public sector customers and the surrounding ecosystem of ISVs, systems, integrators, and resellers. Clive's team of solutions architects supports a sales and business development team that covers public sector in the Middle East and Africa. With over 2 decades of experience, Clive is a hands-on leader who leads by example with experience in building and manage high-performance teams that help accelerate the growing AWS business. As head of solution architecture in the Middle East and Africa for AWS, Clive has had the opportunity to help shape and deliver on a strategy to help customers succeed with workloads on AWS, including LOT, AI, ML, aerospace, and other emerging technologies. In addition to Clive's responsibilities as head of solution architecture, he is an A1 and machine learning specialist, acting as an expert advisor to the Council for Artificial Intelligence Research in South Africa. Clive is the technical lead for aerospace in Middle East and Africa. Clive is also an experienced presenter for Amazon at events in South Africa and on a world stage. So as we can see, Clive has vast experience and he will be sharing that with us today. Thank you, Clive.
Thanks very much indeed, Bernadette. And thank you very much for the opportunity to present here today. I hope all of you will find it interesting. Lots of different areas to talk about, and also to field some questions afterwards. So in terms of AWS and accelerating innovation in retail, we found that retailers are challenged with responding to a rapidly changing consumer environment. But AWS is here to help. As the foremost pioneer in cloud services, with more than 2 decades of experience and over 200 products and services, and the largest partner ecosystem in the industry, AWS helps innovate on behalf of our retailers and for retailers. In 2004, Amazon.com was becoming too large and complex to manage, to extend and to react to market changes. So Amazon created a cost-effective mechanism for business agility that enables innovation at scale. And in 2006, Amazon Web Services was born, actually right here in Cape Town, where I'm based. And AWS offers IT infrastructure services to businesses in the form of web services, now commonly known and referred to as cloud computing. But not all cloud service providers are alike. AWS uniquely combines the agility of a small startup team with the experience of an enterprise-class retail leader. This experience enables us to deliver massive growth to retailers, and is why the largest retailers in the world run their businesses on AWS, including Amazon.com. Born from retail, built for retailers, AWS is continuously developing industry-specific services that are market-tested by Amazon.com. And then externalized for customer use. Now, some of the advantages of partnering with a leader like AWS is the unprecedented scale. That picture on the left-hand side is a picture from one of our fulfillment centers, of which we have hundreds around the world. Amazon Prime as well for fast deliveries. In terms of innovation, Prime Air, which is being trialed in the UK with delivering products with drones to customer homes. And then, of course, our leadership principles that drive everything that we do in Amazon. And we've publicly stated that we are striving to be the most customer-obsessed company in the world. And what that means is everything we do comes from looking at what customers want and what customers need. And then we build our business around that. So our partners offer services to retailers to help them in digital transformation. And that includes areas like customer engagement, corporate merchandising and planning, supply chain and distribution, physical, digital, and virtual stores, advanced retail data science, and core retail business applications. We'll go into a little bit more detail during the course of the presentation. Now, AWS has over 25 years of experience in fostering a deep culture of innovation. And this slide represents some of the innovations that AWS has delivered in that time. For instance, we were one of the first organizations to allow customer reviews, both good and bad, to appear directly in our list of products. The Amazon Marketplace, which was launched in 2000, allowed other retailers to sell their products through Amazon.com, including products in competition with our own. And Amazon and AWS are driving key innovations in retail technologies, from voice commerce to Just Walkout, which is a way of billing automatically off your Amazon account. And we're just figuring out how these technologies work and processing our learnings and then sharing that information with our customers. We are relentlessly focusing on removing friction from the customer experience, helping customers make more informed purchasing decisions with reviews and recommendations, removing checkout lines and checkout free shopping environments, and delivering products faster with things like 2-day and 1-hour delivery options. So we're also trying to help sellers reach millions of customers worldwide. And shoppers often think of Amazon.com as the place where they can buy almost anything that they need to live their lives. But shoppers aren't only Amazon's customers. Small businesses rely on Amazon as a trusted partner to enable them to reach millions of customers worldwide and help them grow their own businesses, while also providing them with a safe place to sell their own products. We have teams at Amazon responsible for finding, engaging, working with, and innovating on behalf of small businesses to help them become successful on and off Amazon.com. For example, in 2017, over 300,000 US small and medium businesses were selling on Amazon. And during Prime Day, customers ordered more than 40 million items from those small and medium businesses worldwide, growing the sales over 60% year on year for Prime Day for those types of enterprises. So our teams span a wide range of functional areas, from the seller support employees answering questions by phone and investigators keeping transactions on our platform safe, to machine learning scientists and software developers helping to drive new approaches to solving technical problems. What all of the teams have in common is a strong desire to see sellers succeed on our platform. And today, as a result of the work, over 500,000 of the units purchased on Amazon.com are sold by third-party sellers through the marketplace. Our passion for innovating on behalf of sellers of all sizes has resulted in other industry programs like Fulfillment by Amazon, which allows sellers to send us their inventory so we can fulfill the orders and manage customers on their behalf. We also have technologies like Amazon Pay, which lets online retailers pay, online customers, pay using their own Amazon payment information. And Technology is at the heart of our work, and we see the direct impact of what we do in the success of our sellers and the sellers that we work with, and the expanded selection that they provide for customers. So here are just a few examples of retail customers on AWS. There are thousands of them, so I won't go through this in any detail. The question is, how can AWS help you? And we help accelerate innovation so that you can improve insights to better understand your customers and enable data-driven decision-making. We help you optimize operations to reduce costs and gain business agility, and transforming customer experience to reduce friction from the shopping experience and engage with customers real time. So by digitizing retail businesses, you can uncover fresh insights into consumer behavior, enabling you to grow sales and differentiate your business. You can optimize operations to deliver a higher level of service to your customers while reducing costs at the same time. And you can transform customer engagement and drive loyalty with innovations that position your brand as a market leader. As I mentioned, with over 2 decades of experience developing retail-specific data solutions for Amazon.com, AWS enables retailers to build next-generation intelligence and insights that help you differentiate your brand. It helps you influence customer actions and increase your revenue. And the faster you can put analytics intelligence to work in your operations, the quicker you'll see returns on those analytics efforts, especially if key insights are using technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning. And some of the top challenges we hear from our retailers are to get a 360-degree view of their customer. With customers moving between channels like digital, social, in-store, support calls, etc., it's difficult for retailers to get a holistic view of their customers and what they're looking for, so that they can provide them a customized, personalized service. Another area is end-to-end product visibility. And retailers want end-to-end visibility on their products, right the way through supply chain to stores. And this is becoming increasingly important as more customers are ordering products online. In many cases, customers or retailers are using stores as distribution facilities, and customers want to know if they can pick up their items at particular locations. Having this kind of visibility into where inventory is located is a big challenge for retailers. Risk and compliance is another area where we can help, and retailers need to ensure that the data that they collect about their customers is protected. This is critical in maintaining not only compliance, but the trust of your customers. And customers and employees have an expectation that retailers act as a steward for consumers, workers, and the environment. And many of our customers are looking to technology to assist them in addressing their sustainability and ethical sourcing. So just a couple of examples of retailers and the problems that they're solving on Amazon. Dollar Shave Club wanted to find the best way to optimize storage and compute for its growing analytics environment. So the company, which runs its e-commerce platform on AWS, wanted to try a new AWS personalization service to achieve this goal. So they created a data lakehouse featuring our simple storage service and Amazon Redshift, which is our data warehousing service, to take advantage of these kind of features to query large amounts of data per day. And they built reports in less than 5 minutes now, which used to take up to 8 hours to produce, saving them nearly $300,000 per year. Domino's Pizzas is another example, and Domino's are continually looking to reduce delivery and pickup times, which is their key competitive advantage. Leveraging Amazon SageMaker, which is our suite of artificial intelligence and machine learning products for predictive ordering. And they actually allow pizzas to begin to be made before the order is actually completed. And by using machine learning, Domino's can be more predictive of the business conditions and make data-driven improvements. And they've been able to achieve their goal of pizza delivery in 10 minutes or less by deploying accurate and predictive ordering solutions quickly and easily. It enables fast and easy deployment for franchises and ultimately faster, hotter, and fresher pizzas for their customers. So AWS can help retailers improve IT efficiency, boost store productivity, automate supply chains, drive continuous innovation with technologies powered by robotics and artificial intelligence. And the best solutions are non-intrusive, connected and intelligent for end-to-end visibility into all of your operations, from to stores to production. So you can lower the costs and pass along those savings to your own customers. And some of the top challenges we hear from our retailers are customers want to know if products are available in the store, as I mentioned, so that they can, before they even head out to the store. And to get this level of visibility into your inventory data, retailers need to bring all of their data together so that they can manage it efficiently and offer customers convenient delivery or pickup options. AWS is a thought leader in how retailers can lower costs and increase business agility by migrating existing applications to the cloud and implementing modern IT architectures. And they're looking for ways to enable employees with the right information at the right time. AWS provides many capabilities to help retailers leverage things like serverless compute and agile application development processes to deliver these types of applications to their employees. And many of our retail customers are looking to move from a reactive kind of function to a predictive operation using artificial intelligence and machine learning. This enables retailers to implement automated processes in areas like supply chain. So automated fulfillment and forecasting, really helps speed up that process. And as a key investment area for retailers, AWS has many products that support customers who are leveraging, Internet of Things, robotic technologies, and that kind of thing in their IT environments. So as your customers are increasingly moving between your digital channels and your physical stores, and with the growth of buying online, picking up in store, and other buying options, your channels need to easily integrate with one another. And built from an unparalleled legacy of customer obsession, AWS enables retailers to deliver consistent brand experience across a range of customer touchpoints, including payment, shipping, and searching. And that's why industry leaders leverage AWS technologies to create the best possible experiences for their customers. During the COVID-19 pandemic, this has accelerated the issue of customer engagement for many retailers. And with AWS, retailers can transform that customer experience across the value chain with enhanced customer insights and creating virtual environments to support a digital engagement with their customers. Some of the challenges we hear around this area are consumer behaviors are changing, and retailers are trying to figure out how to deliver new digital experiences for their customers. Retailers are also challenged with integrating physical and digital experiences, not just from a data standpoint, but also from a business process standpoint. And these processes are typically owned by different organizations or different teams within an organization. So retailers want to deliver a holistic experience that their customers have come to expect. AWS also helps leverage their data to engage with customers in a more personalized way. So things like natural language processing, which relies on artificial intelligence and machine learning. Retailers are also making investments in e-commerce, but 80% of retail businesses move through stores. So retailers are starting to invest more in their retail locations, and AWS offers cutting-edge, market-tested smart store solutions using things like computer vision, robotics, voice, and augmented reality or virtual reality technologies to help customers do just that. A couple more examples of some of our customers in the retail industry. Subway, which many of you will know, is a restaurant chain, uses Amazon Personalize to quickly deliver personalized recommendations for endless varieties of ingredients and flavors. So using what other people have selected before, or what you might have selected before, to make recommendations to customers during the buying process. Pinterest is another one, with Pinterest Lens on AWS. Pinterest Lens is a visual search feature on your camera and the Pinterest app. You can take a snap of Ottoman, and Pinterest will provide a wide selection of similar items just based on that photograph. So it's a visual search tool. So retailers can work with AWS to leverage these cloud capabilities across their entire business, from compute and storage and digital commerce capabilities. AWS solutions and services provide value across the entire spectrum of retail IT operations. So I mentioned smart stores. Today's consumers want their experience to be fast and easy and personalized, whether it's online or in a physical store. And consumers compare every visit to a brick and mortar store to their online shopping experience, where product information, promotions, and advice are right at their fingertips. AWS services and partners can form the backbone of your smart store with industry-leading technologies, things like computer vision, Internet of Things, and edge computing to drive a better customer experience and still reduce costs through this automation. And by leveraging a unique experience of delivering cloud-based solutions to empower Amazon brands and the world's largest retailers, AWS helps you stand out in a crowded market. With digital commerce, channels are exploding in size and complexity, and it's still hard for many retailers to seize the opportunity. With AWS, retailers gain access to the technology, experience, and services of a world leader in cloud, e-commerce, and retailing innovation. We can help you migrate your existing e-commerce solutions to the cloud and take advantage of modern, cost-effective cloud services, advanced agile e-commerce technologies and services, and innovative strategies of attracting new customers and driving sales. In supply chain, today's supply chains comprise global networks of manufacturers, suppliers, logistics, and e-commerce, and direct-to-consumer retailers, all working together to deliver products and brand experiences for consumers. As modern supply chains continue to expand, they're also becoming more complex and distributed. So AWS enables robotics and miles of conveyors and advanced automation to come together to deliver packages to consumers in as little as 1 day. By utilizing Amazon-tested technologies, retailers can automate and optimize their entire fulfillment process. From receiving to inventory management, these efficiency improvements allow retailers to control quality while lowering costs and pass on those savings to their own customers. In customer engagement, retailers deal with a vast amount of customer data, and it's often located in separate silos that's hard to bring together and to access and analyze. With AWS cloud solutions, retailers can bring these data sources together on a single unified platform, enabling a 360-degree view of their customers and give you the power to leverage that data, whether it be in-store, online, or in your contact centers. Advanced machine learning models can then translate that data into valuable insights to improve customer predictions and enable dynamic, personalized customer experiences across all of those channels. Our solutions enable you to send the right message at the right time, helping you attract, convert, retain, and support customers throughout the entire life cycle. In merchandising and planning, inventory is one of the biggest areas of spend for retailers and a major business risk. Retailers are often forced to cut prices or take a loss on unsold products if merchandise isn't moved fast enough. AWS, along with the largest network of certified AWS retail competency partners, offers innovative solutions to help retailers avoid this kind of pitfall by providing data-driven insights to better understand customer behaviors and preferences. And retailers can make better, faster merchandising decisions, improve demand forecasting, and ultimately lift sales through these technologies. So another slide of the competency partners on AWS that help our partners play a critical role for our customers. And this slide showcases some of the partners in the program that are helping to deliver results for our customers. And ultimately, it would be good for me, to help connect you with those partners to bring, that value to your customers. So with that, I'd like to thank you for your time, and I'll hand back to Bernadette.
Thank you, Clive, for a very interesting and comprehensive presentation. And I'm sure there are many questions. So anyone has any questions, please put it in the chat box. I see already there's one that I've had a look at. Hi, Clive, thanks for your presentation. What is the best way for startup companies to approach Amazon? Due to the size of Amazon, how can startups business feel safe that Amazon won't copy our ideas?
Thank you for the question. I think if I start with the second half of the question first, as I alluded to in the talk, Amazon introduced the marketplace to allow customers and partners to sell their products on Amazon.com, and whether those products be in competition with our own or not, any products are available to sell there. So there won't be any bias, free to sell on that channel, absolutely. In terms of how to get there, I work on the cloud side of the business, so I'd like to take contact details and connect you with the right people for the Amazon retail business to help onboard businesses from Southern Africa onto the Amazon.com platform.
Thank you, Clive. Then I have another comment. It would be wonderful to see South African SMEs grow their business 60% via Amazon, like the USA SMEs mentioned by Clive. And then another question. Hi, everyone. I'm a startup in textiles, exciting fashion line and lifestyle products. This presentation is very insightful. Thanks, TFSA, JCCI, and Amazon. Okay, JCCI Women in Business Desk, the details. Another comment, good afternoon, very interesting. I manufacture acrylic and resin arts furniture. We are only 4 months old. Another question. Hi, Clive, thank you for your presentation. How does Amazon help industrial supply companies?
Hi, Sango. I guess through the whole supply chain. So, really being able to monitor what's happening all the way through from the planning to development, monitoring inventory and sales, customer behaviors, all the way through that. So there are so many different ways that Amazon and AWS can help. It would be probably a good idea to do a deeper dive on a sort of one-on-one with the right connections to find out exactly where you are on your business and the current types of challenges you're experiencing, and to see where exactly we can help.
Okay, thank you, Clive. And what does it cost to use the AWS?
Yeah, so the cost of AWS is actually at the essence of cloud computing. It's using IT infrastructure on a pay-as-you-go basis. So, a good analogy is, when you switch on a light, you pay for the electricity while you use the light, and as soon as you don't need the light anymore, you switch it off and you stop paying for electricity. And AWS works exactly the same way. So if you need a server, for example, you switch it on and you pay for the server while you use it. As soon as you switch it off, you no longer pay. So it's really difficult. It's not possible to provide one single cost number. It really depends on what you're using and how long you're using it for.
Thank you, Clive. Another question. It will be great to get to see who we can contact for retail in Amazon for food too.
Yes, and I think we'll take note of attendees' registrations and questions, and really connect the people after this call to folks in Amazon retail and that kind of thing, so we can get you connected.
Thank you, Clive. Another question, would you please share the details for SME startups?
Excuse me. Yes, I can share details of the SME startups where they've approved us to share those details. We have to make sure that they have consented to for us to use that information. So I'll double check on which ones we can share and share that with everyone.
Thanks, Clive. Another question. Do you have any solutions that allow fresh produce farmers that produce citrus commodities, for example, to sell on the Amazon marketplace? I'm
not aware of anything specific, and I think this is where connecting with someone from the Amazon retail business would really help, because of course you've got factors in food that there's a time issue to that, which is just one part that I'm sure you'll be concerned with. So let me connect you with the folks from retail, and we can work out if there are any specific products or services that we're offering in that space.
Thank you. Another question. Afternoon, Clive mentioned the retail side of Amazon. Perhaps can you elaborate on the differences between AWS and Amazon.com?
Sure. So Amazon, is a group of companies. There are many companies in the group. AWS stands for Amazon Web Services, and this is the IT infrastructure arm of the Amazon group. It was formed because running the Amazon.com site and everything around it was getting very large and complex, and really too complex to be just meshed into the Amazon.com business. So we we formed the AWS business, and once we realized that Amazon would need a service like that, we realized that there would be other companies that would need similar kinds of services. So we started offering those services to as products, and that was the birth of Amazon Web Services, which is now what we call cloud computing.
Thank you. Another question. Hi, Clive, very interesting presentation. How does AWS support training and skills development for better utilization of its solutions, particularly export-ready companies? Can you identify these?
Yeah, sure. So we have a strong training program on the AWS side of things. So training in how to use the computing services, how to build solutions with AWS, things like artificial intelligence and machine learning, robotics. A lot of that training is available online for free, and we also do have a training department, as well as a comprehensive certification process with up to 11 certifications at the moment. That is on the Amazon Web Services side. On the retail side, I'm not aware of any at the moment. I will try and find out if there is anything specific. But the Amazon Web Services side, while if you're building the processes and monitoring for things like supply chain and all of that, the Amazon Web Services training would be really relevant for that.
Thank you. Another question. Hi, Clive, please can you be so kind and connect me to the correct people to get my high-end raw honey onto the Amazon platform?
Absolutely, we'll do, and we'll take note of all of these questions so we can make the right connections with the folks in Amazon Retail.
We'll take another two questions. Clive, when working with Amazon, especially if we're in South Africa, how can we sell on there and also deliver our products to customers around at affordable prices?
Yes, and this is again, we're connecting with the Amazon Retail folks to understand things like last mile delivery, the costs of doing that, and the infrastructure support to do that would be really important. The details of where that is, I'm not sure of at the moment, but we'll definitely uncover that in a discussion with the retail business.
Thank you. Another question. Hi, Clive, do you have an ESD program for SMEs, e.g. incubation program? If so, how can we get onto it?
I'm not familiar with the ESD program. What does ESD stand for?
The Supplier Development Program.
Oh, okay. I'm not aware of the program, so again, I'll need to take some notes to find out for you.
Okay. Another question: how do you navigate the currency fluctuations between the transactions?
Again, from what I've from my personal experience on the Amazon platform, the currency conversion does happen on there. How they do it, what sort of rates they're using, I'm not sure. I presume there would be a sort of contract agreement on how that is done and where that's sourced from.
Thank you. I see there's so many questions. I can see so much interest in Amazon. So, from this interest, we'll definitely be arranging a follow-up webinar as well, where we can also unpack more of, the different benefits and just unpack more of using the platform as well. So maybe we'll take just another 2 and then we can arrange a follow-up. And also please send us any queries, any questions, and we'll make sure that we'll also send it on to Clive. So we will definitely make sure that your questions are answered. We have a cloud-based online store with a South African service. Would it be advantageous for us to move this to AWS?
Yes, and this is where AWS, really comes into its own. Making use of IT infrastructure in the pay-as-you-go model that I spoke about. So typically, what customers experience is that they need to, source a number of servers or infrastructure for what they project they'll need, but you can never quite accurately project what you need. You're either under, which means there's a capital expense that is now wasted, and you could have saved that if you were paying as you go. On the other end of the scale, you haven't got enough, which means you have an outage, which is probably even worse, because that means your customers can't get to you. So yes, it would absolutely be advantageous to be able to use AWS and look at running your online store with AWS. We do have our data centers available in South Africa, so very easy for your customers to access as well.
Thank you. And just a comment, this is a great webinar. Another, hi Clive, please may you share your details. I'd love to follow up on a few things directly linked to AWS and its infrastructure. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And
Sorry,
also,
I did put my email address in there. I hope that wasn't bending the rules, but yeah, most welcome for people to contact me.
thank you. And I see the questions are still coming through, so we will address those questions. And as mentioned, we will have a follow-up webinar as well. And I'd just like to hand over, and thank you, Clive, for this really so interesting and comprehensive. And there are just so many opportunities available, and globally, and how one can really maximize on that. Thank you for sharing with us, Clive. Thank you. And I'd now like to hand over to Rob Canava.
Thank you, Bernadette. Well, thank you, Bernadette. And Clive, thank you so much again. I think that was really, really interesting. I think the key thing that I really picked up, and I saw Rob also made a note of it, was your comment about third-party resellers, which is really encouraging for all the listeners out there. I mean, part of the program that we're trying to, and part of the key message that we're trying to get across, is that there is an opportunity to get directly to the consumer. So what we're doing through these series of trade power days. So on the first session, we were fortunate enough to have online digital platforms, but more of an agricultural nature. In the second series, we showed that, put into context, South Africa is far removed from maybe the UK or EU markets, but it's not that far. And, in the presentation, we showed, for instance, that cashew nuts that are selling for $6 a kilo in Mozambique are retailing for $22.30 in London. So the point we're trying to make is that, put into context, we are far, but we're also not that far. And I think it was really encouraging when you were saying that third-party resellers make up 60% of the Amazon platform. I think that's really encouraging to exporters out there, and for those looking to get into export. I mean, utilizing this platform, it's a fantastic opportunity. So, in that regard, I think that was brilliant. I mean, I know the questions are still coming in. So I know as I said to you from the beginning, thank you again. This won't be the last that we interact with the program. We have got another few more series of trade power days, another 3 series in conjunction with TFSA, so please do attend those. We also ask everyone to please complete the questionnaire when you do get a chance. It just helps us formulate and put better ideas together for webinars and what we are trying to do. So yeah, in that regard, I think that's about it from me. Again, Clive, thank you very much. Thank you, Bernadette and Busi and Rob, and for all of you for taking the time to join us. Thank you again, and hope you can make the next one. And again, as Rob said, please do look at the website. I mean, the manuals that are on there are absolutely brilliant. And the tools that one can use are, again, fantastic. We'll be adding more tools to the website as well, which I cannot stress enough. I mean, Rob and I have been in international trade and helping exporters for years, and these tools are extremely, extremely valuable. So thank you again, and thank you, Clive. Thanks, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.